everybody. Glad you could join me. I'm doing a little painting from a photograph here of my husband and my dog. I miss her very much, and I wanted to have a little painting of her in her everyday life, just a candid photo. She really loved my husband, and she often laid beside him whenever she could. So I'm blocking in, getting my shapes in. Notice I leave that little white edge around the couch so that I know where the couch stops and starts. Almost like I'm outlining. Then I'll go back and fill it in after I get the shapes in. Right now I'm putting in just some body tones, which I will then put some lighter and darker tones. This is an exciting part of a painting for me because I get to see something coming to life. I start to see a face, I start to see the shape. I'm going to keep adjusting this. I want to get a little bit of a gray undertone in the couch, a little bit of a greenish, but I really want it to have more gray than that, so I'm going to add more blue to it, more white to it. But I'm just getting the basics in, the basic blues of the shirt and the pants. Now, some people paint the absolute perfect color on the first stroke, and they spend a lot of time getting that color just right, getting those shapes perfect before they ever lay them down with the first stroke. That is great. I love watching people paint like that. They're usually very good artists and very good drawers. I am not very good at that. So I will correct and correct and correct, and my painting is a series of corrections. And that's okay too. I had a difficult time because he had a very funny expression on his face in the photo, and it was not indicative of how he usually looks, so it didn't look like him. So I tried to go to a different photo with a more natural expression, one where he usually stares at the camera like, "Are you really taking my picture?" But it's not easy to change someone's face in a photo. Sometimes their head is tilted just a certain way that suits the neck, the shoulders, and the rest of the body. Anyway, I worked on it. It took a while. My dog did not have her feet in this picture, but I know she had those big floppy feet, so I had to try to find a way to put them in. Sorry if my hand keeps getting in the way. I'll just let you watch for a while. So now you've got to deal with all the little details. And that's coming up next. So we have a highlight, we have the body tone. Over here we have a reflection. Under here we have a reflection, along with a shadow. So reflection right here, shadow right under the chin. Here we have a shadow. Wipe the brush. Not too bad. Not too bad. There's a shadow under his nose, but then there's a highlight on his nose. Right here. Highlight under his eye, highlight on his cheek. A highlight right here. We've got the highlight on the ear. Highlight right here. And you want to get a good expression. I'm going to change the way Annabelle's feet are and the turn of Mike's foot that she's laying on in a minute, because it's not quite the way I want it. Somehow I straightened this foot out and I really want it laying sort of on its side the way it was to start with. Things happen when you're painting and you don't realize you've adjusted things and you have to go back again. You'll see that change in the very end, where I have the snapshots of the final painting. I call it the final, but as long as it's sitting in my house, it may still get touched up even after this video. You're following the shape of the leg. It goes back, it goes forward. It has little bumps here and there. Put the major highlight right in the middle, but then kind of come around the edge with, right next to the highlight, the body tone. And what is the body tone? You have to decide what you want that body tone to be. Here's the shadow, but right beside the shadow and right in front of the highlight is the real body tone. Okay, Just a little bit of this color on the face. Maybe right here. And when you're doing acrylics, for some reason, a lot of the time, you have to go over it a couple of times because the color just sort of dries and disappears. So there we go.